What's up, folks? Welcome to the East Coast Kitchen. My name is Chef Andy Hay, partnering with the wonderful people of Clearwater Seafoods to showcase some amazing recipes that we've been working on here at the East Coast Kitchen. First up, what we're going to be looking at is some really delicious creamy risotto. We're going to have some gorgeous in-season asparagus, some shaved Brussels sprouts, garlic, onion, parmesan, a little bit of rosemary, some lemon. It's all going to be topped with one of my favorite ingredients ever to cook with is these beautiful sea scallops from Clearwater. What makes these so delicious is that they're wild caught. They're fish from the really cold waters of the Canadian North Atlantic. They're brought into the boat, they're immediately shucked, and then frozen immediately to lock in all that freshness. Some key things before you ever cook them, we're obviously going to want to defrost those, put it in the fridge overnight, really dry them off, let them sit on a piece of paper towel to make sure we absorb all that moisture. And the big thing that you're going to want to do as well is remove this abductor, this little muscle on the side. This is what connects it to the actual shell. Peels off really easy, so just make sure you take those off. We've got the pan on real hot. That's a key to all of this. You want to make sure that pan is ripping hot. We'll add a little bit of salt. Season everything you cook. Always salt adds flavor. Never forget to do that. So now what we're going to do, the pan is nice and hot. Put your hand over it. You can really feel that heat. And we're going to add in some oil. So always use an oil that has a high smoke point, whether that's canola, peanut, anything that's not going to cause your whole house to get really smoky. So we're going to add that directly into the pan. We're going to make sure that we lay them out clockwise in order so you know where you are and when to start flipping. So we're going to slowly add in these scallops, and you'll know if the pan's hot enough if it makes that sound. Make sure to lightly push down on the scallop itself, and we'll keep on laying them out. You do not want to overcrowd the pan because the coolness of the scallops will actually bring down the temperature of the pan, and it could cause you to steam the scallops, not get that beautiful sear that we're going after. So scallops move pretty quickly. It's only about a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes that you're going to be cooking this. So I always love, as every chef does, butter. I always add in a little bit butter. So we've got that canola oil going. We're going to see some of the brown coming in and around the outside of the scallop. And I'll just add in a little bit of butter. This helps brown up the top of the scallop and just adds flavor. Butter is flavor itself. So we're just going to move this around just a little bit. Oh, I love this smell. We'll add in a little bit of salt just to get that other side of the scallop. We're going to flip those counterclockwise again. Oh, look at that deep sear. When you do flip it, you don't want to cook too much on the other side. We just want to get a little bit of brown, and then you can also baste with that butter to get a deeper brown on top. All right, couple seconds on there, and then we're going to get them out of the pan. So you're going to lay the scallops out onto a piece of paper towel just to soak up that extra butter. And if you're doing another round of scallops, I'd say make sure you clean out that pan or it'll start to smoke. We already blanched off or steamed some of this asparagus, so we're just going to cut it on the bias here, give it a nice little cut, and we'll toss that directly into the risotto. Same with a little bit of the shaved Brussels sprouts. These are so thin that even the residual steam from the risotto is going to cook those off. We'll give that a little toss here. And then we're going to add in a little bit of brightness. So a lot of depth and richness in this flavor. A little bit of lemon goes a long way to brighten up the dish. That looks delicious there. Now it's plating time. Let's go. So we want to move quick to make sure it's nice and hot. So what we're going to do is just place that directly in the middle of that plate. Now we'll add in some of these beautiful scallops. Always be generous with the scallops. They're too delicious not to be. Add a little bit more of that lemon. We got some beautiful chive here. We'll finish it off on top with that. I always like to finish most of my dishes with a little bit of olive oil. And always a little bit of salt, just a touch. And then I've got a few little sprigs of parsley. Just add a little bit more brightness to the dish. All right, there we have it. The dish is done. Easy to do at home. Any guest that you have over at your place will love this dish. It really showcased those amazing Clearwater sea scallops, one of my favorite ingredients in the world. Thank you so much for tuning in. More to come. Enjoy the recipe.